You mean Hashem Roy Meimo? You mean Hashem Oshtechoyim? Ilo Yomus Ki Yachyev Hashem Maseyo. You not with me there?
This
Pischui Sharitzeh. Alright, that gets me lit all day in Hallel.
I wanted to say that
Yeah.
this is now Jake and I's third episode. You haven't seen the first two because you haven't seen the first two.
Yeah.
Which technically makes this the first one, but we've been trying different ways to like figure out how to start the podcast. Like sometimes, like a quote, going right into it is an approach. Me explaining us doing that is an approach. And so far I think I like the song. I like that. I think it was a good start.
I like the song.
Yeah.
I like the songs.
We might run with that, or might not.
Or might not. But yeah, something I do want to speak about, and we'll see if we stay on topic, is like tefillah, a hallel. It just gets me uplifted. Now, not everyone's like that. I like, this is just the way I've been my whole life, is singing hallel. I love. I wanted to be the loudest one in school. I wanted to, whatever I want. I always loved when I heard everyone's voices and we were all like together in unison, and it just got me fired up. Like even we sang which is like the most boringest tune ever. It still fired me up as a kid, like it just gets me going. That's like my thing for tefillah. So when it's by myself, it's a little harder to get involved. Now, the mornings are just a little bit more difficult for me. Always. So Shacharis minyan is not a guarantee. I probably make like 3% of Shacharis minyans, which is 3% better than I've been doing in like the last 2 years, which is great. We're 3% better. But anyways, I want to just speak about like the feeling bad aspect of missing a minyan, or like, is it enough if I just throw my tefillin on and say Shema at 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. or even just 10:30 a.m. past, the time where we're allowed to say Shema, and we feel bad. And for me, this could have been an excuse I used to use when I was younger or in high school. On a Sunday, I would always say, I don't have 45 minutes to daven right now. I'm not going to put my tefillin on because I don't want to go through all brachot, Pesukei Zimra, Shema, Shemon Esrei, Ashrei, V'Lotzion, Oleinu. I'm like, I don't have it in me, so I'm not going to put it on.
I say Pesukei Zimra specifically. If you're like, I don't know about Pesukei Zimra, that's crazy.
Yeah, like sometimes like I'm about to go through 25 Hallelujahs. Like, no way. Like, that's crazy. Hodu after Baruch Shamar? How long could that be? What is that, 14 pages? Oh my goodness.
I mean, let's be real. Anyways, how many times do you think you've said that in your life? The full Hodu.
A full Hodu? I got to get to minyan on time. And even still, I might be skipping it, getting ready for dancing for Mizmor L'Soida, It's not a lot. It's under 100. It's under 100. It's tough. That one's a tough one. You're still waking up. You're sleepy. You're still waking up in the morning, and you got to sit there through a Hodu, bro. Gee whiz. Anyways, right? I used to like say, okay, I can't dive in 45 minutes. I'm not gonna even dive. And then I wouldn't put the tefillin on. Now, I would say the last year or so, maybe a little less than a year, I've been so much better at putting tefillin on. And now I'm a davener. I'm a tefillah guy. You get me to a minute, I'm giving it my all. My Shemona Esrei is chazak and whatnot. For some reason, tefillin was always a struggle for me. Like in high school, I would go to Shachars like anyone else would, like for the high school minyan, and I loved it. I was davening, I was in it, kavana. If there's a snow day, if I'm sick, if there's a Sunday, if it's a holiday, I just wouldn't be putting tefillin on, and that was like normal for me. Even when I was in yeshiva, I'm opening up right now, bro. Everybody, I'm getting real. I'm getting real right now. Even when I was in yeshiva, and I was flying, I was really, really learning and studying, if for some reason there was some type of off day or something, I don't think I would put tefillin on. It was like this weird disconnect of, oh, if we're not going to minyan, we're not putting tefillin on. Anyways, in the last year or so, I've started getting better at that, and it's because I'm learning slowly to A, love myself, okay, B, love my journey of getting closer to Hashem, and C, learning to not defeat, but take control over or balance out the Yetzer Hara and what he's just trying to do. It's a great tactic. I'm not gonna put tefillin on because I don't have 45 minutes right now to daven, so I'm just not gonna put it on at all. So I started with just putting on and saying Shema, and in the beginning, I was feeling good, but also like as I'm saying just Shema and then I'm unwrapping my tefillin, I would start like beating myself up, and feeling bad, like, oh, dude, what, you don't have 5 minutes for a Shemona Esrei? Like, what? And I immediately would block out that noise. I'm like, no, get out of here. I just did the greatest. I just put on my phylacteries, bro. Like that in itself.
Can you try to spell phylactery?
I have no clue.
Maybe like factory. Throw out a guess for the audience, yeah.
Phylacteries. It's either FL or FEL. I'm gonna go FL. Phylacteries. Phylacteries?
Are we working on this together? I think we should work on this together. I think there's definitely an I involved. I think it's not phylacteries. I think it's phylactery. I think it's PH actually.
FE?
PH.
It's not PH. It's not PH. It's FE. It's FE?
FE? No, I'd say FI.
Definitely not FI. Definitely not FI.
You think FE for sure?
I think if it's any of them, it's going to be E or an A.
Oh, phylactery. I like A. A sounds nice.
Okay, we'll go with A. FAL? LL?
Two L's? Yeah, double L for sure.
FALLEC phylacteries. I say A again.
Okay.
FALLACTORIES.
Yes. Final answer for Jake and Jake. Continue.
That's what I think. So here I am doing a good thing that I usually don't do. Like now, I work from home. So my day's already like a little bit mishkabobbled, a little different. And here I am putting tefillin on, which is a great thing that I usually were not doing. And now I'm crapping on myself. I'm like, come on, bro, say Shemona Esrei, say Elenu. Nah, just Shema. And I was like happy about that.
Wow.
And a lot of the days I would put Shema and same thoughts. And then I started adding Elenu. I'm like, all right, man, I can hit Elenu as I'm rapping them. That's fine, that's cool. So I hit Elenu. And then sometimes I wouldn't hit Elenu.
You're Shema Elenu?
Shema Elenu. Yeah. Wow. Now.
I think that's yet.
Some days I would sing brachot.
I think that's yet to be done in the history of the sport.
Dude, then some days I would say brachot. Like now I'm talking like months into this. I'll first of all I would miss plenty of days still. Then I would say brachot some days because I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna learn, so I need to say brachot because I've got to say I gotta like say the bracha on Torah, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I know this is getting stretched on, but this is something that's just very important. And like the guy who's 18 to 25 or whatever, this is something you need. Like we just need to hear, and it's something that I struggle with a lot. And I think that because I've started putting tefillin on again and loving it is a big reason of where I'm at in my Jewishness right now, my religiousness right now. Right, so some days I would say brachot, whatever. Some days I wouldn't. Some days I would. All right, you know what? I can say Shemona Esrei today, and then I get like 3 days in a row Shemona Esrei. And then that fourth day, I'll wake up at like 9, let's say. Then it's 10:30. Ooh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat breakfast. And then it's 11:30. And then it's like tefillin. Nah, we gotta go take a bathroom break. And then you go to the bathroom, and then you got caught up on YouTube videos. Now you're finishing that YouTube video, and then okay, I gotta walk Hazel, and then I gotta run an errand. Come back home. Tefillin. It's already 2:30. Let me just wait a little bit longer. Whatever.
Yeah.
Bro. And then what happens?
You just
finish the story. You just don't do it. All of a sudden, it's let's say it gets dark at 6:30 outside. All of a sudden, it's 7:30, and you're like, shoot, I missed it. Now that's the it's a horror on you, bro. He just got you, it's the fear that he's putting into you of like, I don't want to just do the Shema. I want to do more, and then because I'm going to do more, I'm not going to even do it at all. And it's like he's so good at it. He's so nice with that. It's like it's nice.
That's a step back. That's a step back jumper.
That's a step back jumper. You can't guard that. Well, you can guard that. And the way to guard that is by getting a better relationship with Hashem and learning to love yourself more. And it's the same mindset of, going to the gym. Like, okay, I don't go to the gym every day. Even if I go once a week, that's still beneficial. If I eat one healthy fruit, that's better than not eating a healthy fruit at all, right? Like, study for 10 minutes better than not studying at all. Like, it's the same. Like, these are all good things. Now, should we be studying for more? Should we be going all minute? Yeah. But we're not. So that mean we shouldn't do anything? Of course not. That's silly. That's Yetzer Hara trying to get in you.
Yeah.
So I'd have a good streak, and I went to Shachris a few days in a row, minyan. And this is now talking like a couple weeks ago, maybe even a couple months ago. And for the most part, probably 90% of my days, 95% of my days, I'm putting tefillin on. Now, there's still some days where I'm like, this is just a Shema day, and I'm still okay with it. I'm like, honestly, I'm pat on my own shoulder myself. Like, okay, I should be saying brachot, Sukkot Zimra, Shema, Shemon Esrei, all of it.
What was
at least
today?
just Shema, Shemon Esrei. But like,
what was today?
Today was just a Shema. Today was just a Shema.
Aleinu or
honestly,
just a Shema?
I think that just a Shema. Honestly, I think the past like week or so, it's been just a Shema, except for Rosh Chodesh. I gave it a nice one that day. That was nice.
When you say Shema, do you mean Shema v'Ahavta or just 12 or the 12 words, the 3? What's the when you say Shema? Is it
Come on now, bro?
What?
All three.
Oh wow. Okay. First of all, I'll give you a tap on your shoulder for that.
Nah. I say all three. But even let's say there's a person who's not saying all three and just saying Shema. Like, you're good, bro. You're doing great things. Like, I know it seems like so little, but like, even if you have your like, okay, my roommates are not so religious, and I'll just be like, yo, you want to put tefillin on with me? And they're like, yeah. Recently, they've just been like, yeah. And they'll just put it on. They say a little Shema and v'Ahavta and zeu, and that's so good. Like, I want to like just emphasize how important it is for you to what's the phrase? Don't let perfection. What's that phrase?
Yeah, don't let perfection be the enemy of success or progress.
Yeah, okay, or whatever it is.
Or don't let perfection be the enemy of the good. Is the way I've heard people say it. Also, my dad.
Right. Like don't just no, bro. You were not putting tefillin on, and today you did put tefillin on. That is huge. Like, cut it out, Yetzer Hara. Stop. Get out of my head. I just think this is a long rant by me, but it's something that's so important. And I go to Mincha and Marav Minyan. I've been going because I've just been feeling better about it. And if I miss it, I'm not like mad at myself. I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm not going tomorrow. Oh, now I'm not going to go tomorrow. Which is how I used to be. Like, if I missed out on a streak, it was a streak thing, I would be like, I broke the streak, so now I'm just not doing it at all. That's the Yetzer Hara's tween behind the back. Skip through that lay. Filet. But you gotta swat that. You gotta Wemby that. No?
It's so crazy because this works with not just tefillah, it works with everything. And it's crazy because the way that you need to think about this, or unless it's going to lead to that, is that like for tefillah, it's you wake up in the morning and you could send God a message. Let's just say you could call him on the phone and get a nice 30-minute conversation, or you could leave him a nice text like, "Hey, just want to let you know I'm thinking about you and I love you." If you're
Okay.
God, you're receiving that text, you're so happy. You're so happy to get a text like that. That's really, like, I want to say, makes Hashem's day. When you put tefillin on and say the 12 words of Shema, which are literally equivalent to, I know that you're in control. I know that everything's going to be okay because I trust you. Like, that's crazy. Like, if, like, God willing, soon for all of us to, have significant others, and you get a text like that in the morning, it's going to make you, it's incredible. And not saying that a 30-minute conversation is better than that. It's longer. It's more. It might be more valuable to you, but I think it's any amount of effort put forth in a relationship is beyond incredible. And I think a lot of the times we make the common mistake of what you're saying, of basically everything that surrounds this idea is you're judging your own acts to God. It's like you're doing God a favor, or quote unquote a mitzvah. You're doing something for Hashem, and then it's, imagine, like, I gave you, like, Jake, I came to your house, I gave you a gift, and then I turned around like, oh, I could have given him such a better gift. He probably doesn't even like it. And then God's like, bro, thank you so much for this gift. That's
Wow.
so sweet of you. And I think it's so important to not beat yourself up over that. Like, and that's why I wanted to, like, I think it's so important that everything you said really reflects on a deeper level of just our service to God in this world. I think that everyone believes, and hopefully, it's true, that they're going to be able to do so much and give to God so much and be able to do all the mitzvot. And basically, when you look at our efforts in what we do in this world for God or for ourselves or for however you want to say it, you're saying, I want to give 100%. And if I give any less than that, it's bad. Like, imagine I told you, Jake, after 120, in this world, there are times you gave 100%, there are times you gave 0%. It averages out. Your complete shtadlus, your complete effort in this world, I'll give you like 80%. And then your first thought of that, I'd imagine, is, if you told me that, I'd be like, oh, I only gave 80%. Like,
Right.
that's my final score. Like, that's how much I did in this world. Like, I gave 80% of everything that, like, if I could have done 100, I did 80. But I think it's naturally such an important thing to understand that we're not held to 100% ever. The only person that holds us to that is ourselves, which is improper to do so. And if you give Hashem 80% of your effort in the morning, every morning, that would be beautiful. That would really be beautiful. If you gave Hashem 80% of your effort every morning, that would be insane. If you gave Hashem 1% of your effort, a text, hey, I'm thinking about you, that would be beautiful.
And the
And
80% could be different every day. Like, that's also another thing.
it's it's also, that's why the day by day, the streaks. I mean, what do you think about streaks? Like, because
Bad.
I think they're awful.
They're awful.
It's a bigger question because of everything that I just said in my last, like, thing. You need to understand that your relationship with God is not, at least the way I understand it, is that you're not amounting to things. It's not like at the end of the day, it's just, God, after my life, I got you 762 gifts. It's like, okay, whatever, It's the fact of the matter is that life is an opportunity to spend time making those gifts with God. That's what's more fun. Like, I think that the better geschmack, like the better feeling, is not what you were able to accomplish at the end of your life. It's the accomplishments themselves are so, you got hate. um, are what's so incredible. And that's why if you do a perfect effort on Sunday, it shouldn't be, oh, you know what? I did so well on Sunday, I don't gotta do Monday. No. It's every day is a unique opportunity to spend time with God. And some days
100%.
you take it, and some days you take advantage of that. Some days you don't. It has no effect. Monday does not affect Tuesday. It's like, if you have a significant other and they're like, yo, you want to go to dinner with me tonight? Ah, come on, we had such a great dinner last night. You're not even thinking about that. You're just like, yeah, of course, I want to spend time with you. I want to spend as much time with you as I can. I don't care the rewards I'm going to get from that time spent with you. I just care about I want to spend time with you. And I think that's one of the ways to counter this mentality of you must do everything, you must do more, what you're doing is not enough. It's just you should really be doing however much time you want to spend with God that day. That's how much time you should try to spend with God. And I think that's
Yeah.
going to ultimately, if it's real, like you said, hey, God, I want to spend 5 minutes with you this morning praying. Funny enough, I think more than that, that will lead to more time you want to spend with God. Because deep down, we all want to, you know? But these tricks of telling yourself that you're not doing it well enough, that's what
But
gets
even
you.
on that, Yetzer Hara will always be like, I'll be like, I'm just gonna say Shema, and then it's like, once you start, you're gonna say a little bit more. So
Yeah,
and
that's such a trick.
that's
That's
bad.
such a trick.
That's a trick. Don't fall for that trick either. He's gonna get you like that. Nah. If you want to do it, just do Shema. Get done with Shema. You feeling good? You want to do more? Bet. Go do
Take
more.
it from there. Let's do one.
You're done.
Let's enjoy this
You're
step,
done.
and then
Bet.
we'll see what
You're
happens.
done. Yeah, you're
Mashiach might
done.
come after
Like,
Shema. You know, you never know.
who knows? Don't trip about that. It's like the streak, the Snapchat streaks. Remember Snapchat streaks?
Of course.
People used to like, hey, their non-Jewish friend on a holiday to keep their streak going, so they can have a long streak with somebody. What? What are we doing? Why is the streak so important? Yeah, I understand. It's like good to see a long number. I ran every day for 30 days. That's nice. That's nice. But what if one day your knee was hurting you and you didn't run that day, and then you run the next day? And now that the third day, your knee's feeling fine.
Yeah.
Bet I'm going to run that day. Like, don't. There's a what's his name? Tony Robbins. Shout out Jackie's son, Tony Robbins. He has a quote when he was on the podcast with Theo Von of, smokers who were trying to quit smoking. They always like to keep track. And Tony will always say to them, why do you want to know how many days it is? So you can know how many days you lasted this time? Just say, I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. That's not what I do.
I
I don't
love
smoke.
that
And you
line.
can apply this
I
to
love
anything.
that's so good.
I
That's
love
good.
that, bro. Like, why would you count a streak of how long you did something good or bad, or how long you stopped doing something bad, so you can see how long you lasted? You can see your new personal record. No, then you didn't fully commit. You didn't fully commit to say I'm not doing this anymore. If you did, then you wouldn't care how long it took.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I mean, that's nuts. That's such a good quote.
It's a great quote. First of all, that podcast is unreal. You should all check it out. I learned a lot from that podcast. Voila. Yo, are
By
we
the
done
way,
with this episode right now?
no. So I want to ask you a question. Um, um, let's say
23 minutes.
there's someone who did not know us. Like they're tuning into this podcast for the first time. This is their first experience hearing me talk, hearing you talk. What do you think their impressions so far of us have been? Like, what do you like? Just
Damn.
from 20 minutes of hearing us speak, what do you think the average impression is?
They're saying, damn, that brother Jake speaks a lot. Nah. This was just, I was passionate about this because this is definitely a struggle of mine for a while. And obviously I didn't master it, but I feel like I've gotten over these little humps, which is very important. And the mindset humps, which is even probably more important than the physical. What do I think they think we're going on our own paths. Like, we're both in a different religious journey, but like we both are on the same kind of similar wavelength of like Yetzer is attacking us, and we're trying to fight back, and we're trying to not hate ourselves when we fail, or even hate ourselves when we do a little bit, not enough, or not even hate, just like, we're trying to just learn to love ourselves and love Hashem, and those things could be great without any pain. Like, just take I didn't do enough, I didn't do this, I missed a minion, I did the wrong thing, out of it. It's just what's the line? It's just revealing your what? The klipa?
It's removing the klipa from your nefesh.
Neshama.
from your shama.
Yeah, it's just that, or it's covering it. It's not making you a bad person or a good person. Stop and just like the Jewish guilt. I don't even like hearing that, but like, yeah. What would you say? Somebody's gonna think of us from just 25 minutes.
I mean, I hope that that's the takeaway. I hope that that's like what the vibe that we're trying to get across here is that this isn't a podcast of us saying this is what we know in this world, and we're trying to convey that to you guys or to
Right.
whoever's listening. It's we are trying to be as vulnerable as possible and just saying this is what we're going through right now. Like the
Yeah, we're
best part
figuring
about
it out.
we're figuring it out, and
Yeah.
I think that really is. I think someone who could watch this might be able to look at these guys and be like, wow, within 2 minutes of the first podcast, he's telling us how much times he puts tefillin on. That's not what I expected to hear. I think that's people could watch this and almost like feel that these are two people who are willing to accept their mistakes and failures and shortcomings and accept those with open arms and happiness because
Yeah.
we're so far from perfect. Like
And
if
it's not
perfect,
easy.
it's not even close. Like if perfection is the Hall of Fame, we don't know what a basketball is yet. Like
Yeah.
it's different. We're so, and I think that's like instead of denying and justifying our way through it, we're saying, hey, that's just how Hashem made us, and here's a podcast to try to figure that out, and hopefully it could help. I think that's the vibe that we're trying to get across. I'd say
That's the vibe I'm going for. Yeah. So, dude, we should say our names every time. No, I don't know. They could read the screen. Whatever. I'm Jake. This is Jacob.
Nice to meet you. Can we finish off here with a little bit of a tune? Wait. I want to say something different. I want us both to set a goal for tomorrow morning in terms of davening, and the next time we do a podcast, that we're going to be honest about whether we succeeded or not. So what's your personal goal for davening tomorrow morning?
I can say brachot tomorrow.
By the way, do you even like setting a goal, or is that even playing
No.
into what we've been saying to not do?
Playing in.
Okay.
I don't even think a goal should be set, but it could be set because I guess if the night before you're like, yo, like, because at the end of the day, I want to be davening. I have the time. I want to be doing it.
So let's set a goal. Hey, let's set a goal, and knowing that if we don't succeed in the goal, then we're not bad. We're not bad people.
Yeah, I could do brachot tomorrow for sure with the Shema. Who knows if I'll do more, but I can do brachot.
I think for me, it's making minyan. I think tomorrow I've missed minyan for quite a few days. I think tomorrow making minyan is God willing in the ballpark.
Bet. You mean Hashem? Da 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 dum, ba da ba dum, da ba dum, ba da ba dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. We out.
Da da da.
Deuces.
Okay.